Welcome to the Realms. We are live from the K&N Studios here in beautiful, rainy, cold Montana. So it's great to be in the studio here, and we welcome you to the show tonight. We are catching up from last week. Hopefully we won't have the technical difficulties that we did have last week. And everybody got their phones off?
Yes.
Okay, just checking. All right, and so we are just kind of picking up from where we left off. We'll probably run a little longer session tonight, we hope, as the crew goes through the realms of Paizo's Pathfinder2. So once again, welcome. If you joined us in from Primed and Ready this afternoon, we had a pretty good show, and then we got to raid Hyper RPG, so make sure you check them out as well, giving them a shout out. As we've been rating them,
I'm really liking
consistently.
them. I've been watching them more.
They have some good content there on their show as well. So go ahead and check that out. Any other announcements? Hopefully we'll get rolling tonight without any issues.
Yeah. No. If you like this, tell your friends, drag your friends over, say, hey, come watch this show. It's pretty cool.
That was amazing.
Right?
Maybe take their phones and log in for them and hand it back to them.
Yeah. Oh.
We need technical difficulties, so like
We can practice
you
this.
can get like
over
3
and over.
openings to get it right.
Sage is digging my my jacket.
It's fancy.
See, I told you, the fans like the jacket.
That's what we love. Is when you guys talk in chat. I know a lot of shows out there maybe don't read it, or I know they're not ignoring it by any means because it's part of what we do. But we love
A lot
to
of people
read
are
the thing and
doing
stuff, so.
something while
Yeah.
they're watching it in the
Right.
background, just
Yeah.
background noise, and we're okay with that.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're okay with being your
Do
background
it.
noise.
Do your homework while you have this on. It's totally fine. Yeah. So we are just definitely trying to kind of get to the next level here on Twitch and over at YouTube. So if you throw us a follow or a subscription on either one of those, but most importantly, tune into the content and get some stuff going on. So that's going to be awesome. So
Nice.
let us continue on. If there's nothing.
You gonna do intros real quick or not?
Oh yeah,
We're
we got
gonna
an
do
intro.
intros. I am Janakta. I'm GMing for this game.
4th episode, right?
This
Fifth.
is 5th episode.
Is
I
it
believe.
fifth?
Fifth already.
Yeah, we roll.
I and I
there.
are not friends
We
anymore.
roll there. 5th episode. You can
Rumblers.
tune in and find the other episodes on YouTube, and if they're not up yet, they will be shortly.
They should be.
Wink.
I think they're up. Production.
Who cares?
Silence from the production.
Yeah.
It's on our VODs. And
Look for
everything.
those soon. How's that? Look for those soon. Production is going to chime in. All right, let's go around. No. Ladies first.
Ladies first.
Oh, thanks. I'm Katrina. I play Rishtukes, the what do I play? Chameleon gnome sorceress. That's what we're doing.
That's a long title. That's
Yeah.
a lofty title.
Uh-huh.
I am Matt Fellman, and I am playing Calendula, the elvish seer and alchemist.
Nothing compares with that
Wait,
lofty title.
seer.
Used his real name, and people can summon him now.
Yeah.
Seer?
Oh
Yeah,
no.
it's a seer elf.
Seer.
I don't mean his character name. I mean,
My real name.
Just kidding.
don't say it 3 times.
I will show up.
Go for it.
I'm Todd, and I'm playing Riker the Rogue.
Man, that was...
Man, that was super
perfect.
easy.
Short and succinct, very roguelike.
You know why?
I'm Chaos Beer Cleric.
He's his
I
human.
gotta go shorter.
I like that even better.
Need beer.
I'm playing Micah, a cleric of Caden.
Awesome. All right.
Which is beer.
Yeah.
And we shall begin. Having cleansed the holy crypt of its guardians, mostly, and claimed the orb that the Maiden of Roses requested of them, our party finds themselves with an easy escape from the church. Upon arriving outside the exit door, however, they are confronted by Ezra the Goblin. He himself and a band of what they can only assume are well-paid mercenaries awaits. They find themselves between a rock and a hard place as they must now decide what to do and whom to believe. And here it is. Well. Welcome. What brings you to my chapel?
Well, you told us to do a job, so we're doing that job. What brings you to your chapel?
I told you to raid the crypt in my chapel?
No, you told us to get you on the inside of the Devil's Court. Demon's Court.
So, why are you in my chapel then?
It's a process. You of all people should know how elaborate jobs can become.
Sleight of hand, I'm reaching for my bag of caltrops.
Okay, check it.
They get -2, right? Because you're all
Yep.
super stealth.
Well, that's not tonight.
'Cause you
10.
He does not notice that you grabbed your bag of caltrops. Well, why don't we excuse ourselves to my humble abode and we can discuss this matter in private. Boys, get the wagons!
Well, wait. We have a process. We really need you to trust our process. You asked us to do a job. We're really trying to do that. Please just let us do our job.
Well, what does your job entail at this point?
We're trying to
I
ingratiate.
just would like to discuss it with you on a very formal note. It is, I don't mean any harm to you or the rest of your party. The wagons will await you, my lady.
You sent us to infiltrate the demon court, correct?
And you have done that, I see, or you wouldn't be in my chapel.
We have not finished doing that. We are in
They
the
don't trust us.
process of
Who
doing
doesn't trust you? Because right now I don't trust you.
The Maiden of Roses.
The Maiden of Roses sent you here?
Yes.
I see. Everybody roll perception.
Oh, good.
No, my dice is running away on
Oh,
me.
it's mine now.
I love rolling perception.
9 plus 17.
Hold on, I'll get there. Looking for the right D20.
I feel that my dice are like in sympathy with all the dice that spilled on the highway today. Did you guys hear about that?
Yeah,
Solidarity,
saw it.
brother.
Yeah.
17.
15.
13.
So 15 and above, you notice that he is wearing a very large ring that he did not have on before. And on that ring, as he rubs his mouth and pets his goatee, so to speak, is an emblem of the rose that was in the chapel. Goblins have hair. Can they? Of course they can.
Sure. Gruff, weird, tough.
I don't remember the goatee either, so he has a new ring and a new
Tough.
goatee.
Well, I didn't describe the goatee last
He
time.
glued it on.
It's
to look
glued
for
on.
it.
It's a
Maybe
glued on
he just has
goatee.
some stubble that looks like a goatee. Because I have a goatee. I have a beard.
Yeah, you get the full.
Okay, never mind. Okay, he rubs his chin. Is that fair for you?
Okay.
That's
He
fair
has
enough.
no goatee, otherwise he would look like the devil. And Ezra is definitely not the devil.
See his ring.
And he says,
I do now.
when can I expect you back?
When we have your invitation to the Demon's Court.
What? You're not going to get me into the Demon's Court. I know that for a fact.
I thought that was the whole point of
No,
this
you were
job.
just supposed to find out what she was doing.
You expressed to us that you wanted entry into the demon court, but they wouldn't let you in. What do you think we're doing here? We're trying to get you that entry.
Okay. Then you get me an entry to the Demon Court.
We're working.
That's what we're working on.
What is your timeline on said job?
As soon as we're done dealing with the Maiden of Roses.
We are doing this task to hopefully.
This evening?
Hopefully.
Okay, then I'll expect you tomorrow. I will send a wagon to the inn, the Dragon's Wing Inn in Eastgate. Tomorrow evening, 8 o'clock.
How
Yeah.
about we just meet somewhere?
Nope, you're gonna take the wagon.
I don't think
I
so.
think that that sounds very generous of him to offer transportation.
8 p.m. tomorrow.
8 p.m. tomorrow at the Dragon's Wing Inn.
Yes.
Well, I'll see you then, boys. Let's go.
Where will we be meeting you at, though? Will we be going to your?
We're going to go to my humble abode.
Okay.
Not to my counting house, which is where we were last
Oh,
time.
okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Should we expect another armed assault?
The little goblin that you scared half to death, he didn't know who you were.
Right.
No, he didn't know who you were.
No, that's fair enough.
we got to work on our trustworthiness between friends.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we do.
Perhaps we'll do that tomorrow. What's your favorite dinner?
I don't have one.
But beer.
There you go.
Very well. We will have an ample supply of beer. My home tomorrow evening, 8 o'clock.
Indeed.
I expect to see good news.
I'll follow you guys.
He takes off around the corner of the church, as do his emissaries, and you see some. If you go around the corner, you see they're not hard to miss. They're kind of elegant, extravagant wagons
Okay.
pulled by horses.
Did
Wasn't
you
anything
ever tell them what
bad.
inn you were staying at?
No.
No, you didn't.
I wait till he leaves.
Oh, I know. No, you didn't.
No, I mean, but I feel like that would not be difficult information to come by.
I look around.
Still a little creepy.
We don't necessarily have to be at the Dragon Wing Inn anymore after.
No, seriously, that just bought me
Tomorrow.
some time.
Right.
Let's figure out what's going on.
Yes.
So did anybody else notice the
Lock the door.
obnoxiously
Lock the door.
large
Got it. The ring of the rose?
rose ring on his hand?
Yep. The
What
same
do you
thing
think it's
that's in
kind of weird that he's all obsessed with the rose thing
Lock the
and the
door.
Maiden of Roses? What's the connection there? That seems a little odd to me.
I think both parties are odd. The unfortunate thing is I can't tell which one. They're both telling the truth from my perspective. But what is actually the underlying
We're just
message?
asking the wrong questions then.
I don't like being stuck in the middle of two parties that have agendas
Yeah, I
that
don't like being a tool.
care about. Yes, a tool.
I get paid normally if I'm a tool.
All right, let's go check out this orb thing.
I am especially interested in checking out this old
As
thing.
yeah, that'd be a good idea. I'll lean into you and I say, man, I don't feel well.
Yeah, we should maybe swing by the temple first.
Okay.
I look over at Corbin and see how he's doing.
He's kind of downtrodden, limping a little bit. If you can limp on both legs. He had
Turns
two
into like a waddle.
knives
Yeah,
jammed into
the
it,
two knives
so he's
jammed.
Yeah.
kind of just
Mhm.
gimping it.
Um,
But he's okay.
Well, I mean, it's all of us here right now, so I will throw out a heal to affect everybody.
Okay.
Over here. Say a quick prayer to Caden. And just let some golden holy light.
Sweet.
Heals everybody 4.
I'm back to full.
I'm good.
I still don't feel well, correct?
Yes,
Right.
you do not feel
Right.
well.
Okay, I'm gonna examine him. Let me see where I'm at. I'm back at full 2. Everybody else looks like they're doing pretty good, not hurt or anything.
No, I feel great.
Does that seem to help Corbin a little
Yeah.
bit at least to walk?
Yep.
I'm gonna examine Riker using medicine and see if I can determine what is wrong with him.
Okay, 15.
What is wrong with you?
Oh, I have no idea what's wrong with him.
He looks
Can
really
I,
sick.
Can I take a second opinion?
Mm-hmm. Medicine?
Yeah. 14.
No. He looks really sick.
Interesting.
Let's get him to Crichton. Crichton might know what's going on.
I would
Indeed.
appreciate that.
I'll check Corbin too because he looks like he's not doing so well,
Suffering
right?
the same ailments.
He's okay.
Oh, okay.
He feels okay. That's what he says. I feel okay. My legs feel much better from the heal as well.
Okay. Well, we will.
But he also looks sick.
He does look sick.
Mhm.
I'm gonna check him out then. Like, hold on, let me take a look.
Okay.
Check his teeth.
18.
It's higher on him.
Yes, it is. Well, it's higher as your...
I rolled the same thing. I
Yeah.
rolled 3 2s now.
Perhaps I.
Oh
concur.
no.
I got,
Well, with my two at the
Got
beginning.
nothing,
They
huh?
look
I've never-
really sick.
Yeah.
I've never seen this before.
This is kind of beyond you, and you probably have never seen this before.
Fascinating. I'd love a sample of your epidermal.
You're so weird. Corbin says that. Well, you
Indeed.
got you playing with poisons and all kinds of stuff.
Let's get him back to the temple as soon as possible. And we can, if Crichton's there, we can ask him too on what some of this intrigue is about.
That's not a bad idea.
And while we're there, we can go somewhere private and check out the orb.
Yes.
Yes. So we'll head back to the
Okay.
Temple of Gaten.
You get there without any problems. It's late. The streets aren't crowded. Well, no. I mean, it's just there's nobody out and about. It's late. It's like approaching the middle of the night.
We see guards and stuff walking around doing patrols.
A lot more in where you leave the temple. They don't really give you a hard time. I don't think it's abnormal that you're walking around at night. The guards will eye you warily, especially in the Petal District where you're leaving. But as soon as you get to Eastgate, you see a few guards spattered here and there, but they pay you no attention.
Is the party still going on?
The party
You
don't walk by the Fiddlemore Manor.
Oh, we don't. Okay.
Yeah, remember you're right next to the Maiden's house,
Right.
and then the church is right next
Got
to
it.
that.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, we'll make our way back to the temple.
Sounds good.
Indeed. So are we in agreement we're not going there tomorrow?
Well, let's just see how things
Let's
go.
see how tonight
I'm
goes
with
out.
Tukes.
Okay.
Let's take one step at a time.
Mhm. That's a long ways away.
A lot can happen in a day. What time is it now?
It's about
Approximately.
1 in the morning.
Oh, wow. We need some sleep.
How's your head feeling?
It's all right.
Any more memories coming back?
No. But we've been fairly busy, so I haven't had much time to reflect. He says as he puts his notebook away.
Yeah, we'll make our way there.
Okay, you get to the temple. The temple door is open.
Okay.
Is it normally
unusual, I take
open?
For you, yeah, you would know it. These guys probably don't really care, but you're like,
I draw my
something's
blade.
wrong.
Yeah, I draw my blade as we approach.
Oh,
great.
then I do too.
Then I hurry to the door and peek inside without seeing anything.
There is nobody in the chapel.
Walk in, light on shield.
Okay,
I'll go to the parallel him, but on the side.
roll perception.
Just him or?
Everybody that walked in. I'm assuming everybody walked.
I don't notice anything.
I was going to say I can't really roll this, but I could. I could
20.
technically roll one
19.
worse.
Is
but
it
I
trap?
didn't.
No,
19.
Okay.
no traps. 19,
20.
19, 20 in the far corner. Okay, you hear some heightened words, and it's coming from. You've been in the temple. Yeah, you stayed there that
Yeah,
night. So
I am now
it's
a
coming
follower.
from Crichton's office.
There's some seriously something going on in his office.
I'll rush there.
Okay.
All due haste.
Follow.
Everybody follows.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, the door is.
Actually, I'm gonna
What's Corbin doing?
hang back and
Corbin's following you.
not too far back.
Okay, you hang
30
back.
feet back.
Okay.
Okay.
You open the door.
Yeah.
So as you open the door, Crichton is sitting in the chair, and there are two men over him, and they have him tied to the chair, and they are. It looks as though they have been punching him and asking him for information.
Okay.
Tell us what you know. And the guy leans back and lays into him.
I can
Gentlemen.
stealth.
I'm sorry, but,
And they get
temple
startled.
but temple hours are over. I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave. And I have my blade pointed at the throat of one when they turn around.
Okay. Who? And the other guy on the other side. Who are you? Who are you? And Crichton smiles.
I am, of course, one of the clerics here at the temple that you are disturbing.
We are seeking information from this infidel.
I look them over. Do they have any holy symbols? Any?
They look like they are from like the city. Like they don't have any religious symbols. They're like from the city. What would be like the police,
The city
the
watch.
investigative watch, where they're looking for. I mean, obviously they're here for what you can assume to be Kingsman, because Crichton seemed to know. so
Like the
much
city
about it.
inquisitors.
Yeah, that kind of thing. So.
I will roll back from the door and look down the side on the inside, on
Okay.
the outside,
I want to hide if I
listening.
can.
Do you go
Just
in the room?
I don't go in the door. I'm on this side of the door.
Okay.
She's just like flat against the wall.
Just
You
flat
didn't
against
go
the wall,
in.
trying to
You
be
didn't
quiet.
go in. You held back.
She held
did,
back
yeah.
like 30 feet back.
Because I want to try to catch him off guard if I can.
This man has information on a case that we are investigating. Do you dare get in our way?
You have entered the temple late at night, causing this ruckus. I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave right now.
Roll. Well, it's not intimidate here, is it? Do they have intimidate?
There is intimidate.
Yeah, let's use it.
Yeah.
I'm not good at it, but it's there.
There's also diplomacy.
17.
Ooh.
The one guy backs off that was punching him. We are, and he starts to speak. We are seeking information regarding the body that we believe you searched this afternoon.
Yes.
It is now missing. Did you bring it to the temple?
We did. Actually, the city guards did.
May we see it?
It was interned in the tombs earlier today. And I look at Crichton like, what's he?
Crichton just shakes his head like this. He's not going to say anything. Not saying no to you. You take it to no. You guys are close enough that it's like, I'm not talking about this.
Can I ask what this is in regards to?
An investigation into Sir Crichton here himself, who may have been involved.
Since he was here at the time of...
You know very well, he carries many powers and many influences throughout this city.
That could be
He would
said of
not
hundreds
have-
of individuals.
He
in
would
the
not
city.
have to be on site to have committed the crime.
I look across the open doorway because we're on either side of the wall, outside, and I'm like,
And what motivation would you ascribe
I'm
to
standing
this?
That's what
triangular
we
to
are
you
trying to
guys.
figure
oh,
out.
yeah, look to
Like-
you.
And you beat any man long enough and he'll tell you whatever you want to hear. That is your method of justice?
We use this method quite often, yes.
I understand. I use a similar one and I just twirl the blade around, keeping it pointed at his throat, though.
Have you garnered any information from your investigation that we might be able to use to lay no blame towards Crichton?
I'm gonna go ahead and interject and come into the room
Okay.
now. Just clearly, gentlemen, can I see some identification, please?
The other one turns around. And who is this? Surely, he laughs, not a follower of Caden.
I'm
Who are
insulted
you?
on her behalf. Should be.
Our names mean nothing.
They
Do you
mean-
have any information for us?
They mean something to me, and I'd like to see your identification, or I'd like you to leave this building now.
Gnome, do not speak to me this way. My identification is of no concern to you. If Crichton has nothing to say, perhaps we return another day. And he talks to his companion.
Clearly, these men are not who they say they are. I think we should escort them out of the building.
I concur.
The other guy, he had some stuff out. He grabs it off the table and puts it in his pockets. He says, "We need no escort." And he pushes past you and walks out the door. Okay. And his compatriot follows.
When he pushes past
Yes.
me, I push him into Riker. Because Riker has fast hands. Like I shove him to like get his attention too. Like we're talking like a barroom bully shove.
Maybe
And I'll just
they
do it
don't
quick.
need to go. Maybe we
Okay,
should be
you can
questioning them.
At -2, or at +2. Not -2, +2.
Okay.
You are my hero.
27.
Okay. Where are you grabbing?
I'm basically as he
Tell me
pushes.
what you're doing.
As
How's
he,
that?
push,
So
he pushes a bit to me. Basically, I kind of got the inside and the outside. So if he has a bag on the outside, I'm going to check that.
Okay, he's got no bag,
Okay.
but he's got deep pockets.
Okay. And then also on his inside. So inside and outside. Just kind of.
Okay. Okay. From the deepest pocket, and you rolled well enough that he doesn't even notice. Number one, he's got his attention focused on Micah because he's considering he tenses up
Sure.
when you push him.
That's why I pushed him.
Like
and
he's
stabbed
ready
him.
to engage.
Yeah.
And you grab what is a small notebook or what is like it's
Perfect.
pamphlets put to pieces of paper. It's not, they don't have
Like
notebooks
tied
per
together.
se. Yeah, they're like tied together.
Yep.
And he continues.
I just stare him down as he walks off.
Roll intimidate again.
I'm so bad at this.
I know, but roll it again. Let's see.
You got it.
Yeah, you don't have to be very good at it.
15.
Okay, he just looks at you for a minute and then he just storms out. Actually, with some haste.
Okay.
And his companion leaves as well.
As soon as they leave the building, I take that stack of papers and I just throw it your way.
Okay.
You know, as much as I question your how you do things, that was kind of useful.
Why get paid? Why you get paid?
It's better than what I was going to do.
Yeah, he was kind of making me upset too.
Good job.
Thank you.
Sincerely, good job.
You see me cork a vial.
I've seen that
Tuck it
played out
away.
many times, but I've not been a part of it.
Hi.
If you got yourself tied up, you can wait a moment. Let me tell you, you should not even be in this situation. I put my blade away.
Are you talking to Crichton?
Yes.
Okay. You kind of like the usual look like.
Like I've been
What?
through enough crap on his behalf today.
Okay.
But I walk over and start untying him.
Okay. Thank you. He rubs his wrist a little bit. And he
Who were
stands up
those
from
men?
the chair. They were from the Inquisitorial Sanctioned Office.
I don't believe
It's a
they're.
good thing I
I
didn't
don't know if
murder
they're
them then.
sanctioned if they're
Yeah,
not
it's a good
willing to
thing.
give their identification. However,
They work for an entity that doesn't hand out an identification, and they have free reign not to.
I thought Absalom was
Oh.
supposed to be the bastion of freedom and...
Well, they believe that they are the ones that make that freedom available to those around. A squad beyond law, you might say. And he wipes his mouth as blood's trickling from it.
A minute there, I thought we were in Chiliacs.
please. No one's being impaled on giant spikes.
Yet.
So
We've got a murdered body and...
How were your dealings this evening?
Interesting. I think is the best way to put that. Can I have you just take a look at?
We encountered a strange undead creature. It looked Assyrian in nature, wrapped in bandages.
A
And
mummy?
it struck my friend here and Corbin both.
Ah.
And I feel they...
You do look like you've been affected with the rot.
I step away from
And he
him.
just
What?
he just places his hand on your shoulder and light pulses from it, and you feel cleansed. You don't feel sick. You feel upright. And he does the same thing to Corbin.
That feels fantastic. What? Come again with the rot? The what?
They call it mummy rot.
Can it be...
It has to be.
Can it be
cleansed.
extracted?
No. He laughs at you again.
That could be... It could be a useful tool in a fight against...
Why are you keeping him around?
Impressive...
I don't know.
I'm trying to figure.
You're scaring the
He
little.
has some very strange tendencies. Corbin,
What
you
would
told me about
Thank you.
these.
You said
Why are you
how?
following him around?
It could be ingested. It could be
To what? To
applied
what
as a
end?
topical cream to give rot
Thank
to
you.
somebody that you don't
You
want
are
to be
welcome.
living.
Have you found anything out? As you see,
No. I'm a doctor.
Why don't doctors help people?
They do on many levels. Some need help shuffling off the mortal coil.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
I'm not with him.
I know. Thank you, Craig.
We all have our own way of doing things. Can we just move on?
I start looking through the notes. I open up the thing and start looking through the notes.
Well, the Maiden of Roses is interesting.
Perhaps while you look through the notes, we could take a look at that orb.
okay.
Yeah, correct.
Let's manage
So,
all
so
the
as,
things.
as I'm shuffling through the notes, I look up at Crichton and I'm like, so we went to the court. We met with the Maiden of Roses, charming woman, by the way, and
You were charmed. I don't know about the rest of us.
Calculating. She's a calculating woman.
of course, that's part of the charm. And she had us break into this chapel built next to her home by Ezra, where we encountered the undead and retrieved
Ta-da!
this orb that
He
she
seems
would,
to know what that
that she would like return to her. Ezra knew about this, however, and was waiting for us outside, and I'm just wondering what game we've gotten ourselves into.
The Game of Roses, apparently.
Was asking. The man who probably knows.
Well, just helping.
The game you inquire of is an intriguing one, and one that is wrought with deep and very dark secrets. Some of which I know, and some of which I do not. I know that Ezra is a player in the game for good.
As in for the long term, or as in with benign intentions?
Did he allow you to leave?
I think our martial prowess scared him off.
That's surprising with Ezra. He usually comes well stocked with many strong and brave men.
He did.
Or maybe he was afraid of contracting the rot from attacking us.
That very well could be, though. If you assaulted his chapel, which I believe is where that was being held, you probably ran into his guard of sort. So he probably has less to fear. I do not think now is a good time to discuss what needs to be done. Did you obtain this orb based on the Maiden's request?
Yes.
When does she expect you to bring it to her?
When we finish the task at hand. She didn't give us a time frame, I believe.
Nope.
I figured tomorrow morning, since it's,
Let me prep the orb.
Ezra is also expecting us tomorrow morning. And
tomorrow
night.
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night. And is Duke Kingsman's body here still?
Yes.
Okay.
I will not allow those goons to sully his body.
So you seem to have familiarity with the orb.
It's a powerful object of divine scrying, used by those who are trained in those arts to see things that have happened, and perhaps, if you believe in those things that will happen in the future. Remember, though, this is the age of non-prophecy, as it were. Such things are
Is the Age of Lost Omens.
hogwash.
But it's divine in nature, so
Yes. It has magical properties.
I'll take a look at it.
I'm sure you can attest.
I would like to take a look at it too. We'll take a look at it together.
Before I... Would you like
That-
to look at it before?
That
No,
that
I'm good.
was held by the rotting thing.
Yes, which is why it
So-
surprises me.
So maybe we should wipe it off first and
It's glass.
have him take a look.
I
at
think
it.
I probably took the brunt of it already.
I pour some water over it.
I don't know.
Probably like
I don't believe a mummy
Shower?
spot can
Get a-
affect a
Get a
bath
divine
and launder
object
those
such
clothes.
as that orb.
Yeah, I'm thinking
So
so,
it-
too.
I mean, I examined both of you. I want to do the same at this point.
So it makes me curious, if it's a divine in nature and you are in the business of the divine.
Well, it's magical in nature. Divine is simply a phrase that could be
It's divine.
divination of
Divination.
finding
Gotcha.
finding the future, looking into the past, seeing the present where you are not.
I was just making sure it was not a holy object.
No, that object is most assuredly not holy.
All right.
I have two questions. First off is, what do you know about the maiden? Because to me, she seems like she was hiding something about her physical self. Like what she was wearing did not compliment.
Well, what did you attend this evening?
It was, what was that?
Her party.
Yeah, she hides her physical appearance, but verbally and writing, she hides very little.
So if Ezra's on the benevolent side of this game,
I said the good side. Let's not give Ezra too much credit.
okay, the better side, then that would put the Maiden of Roses on the opposite side of the spectrum.
In my estimation, yes. Though she does good things in the city, I believe her long-term intentions are
Just
bode ill for
her altruism is for show.
Absolutely. And for herself.
And for herself.
Her altruism. To make herself better in the community.
Interesting. While you prepare that, do I have some time to go take a quick change, get out of these clothes into something?
Absolutely. Your quarters are still here.
Perhaps we should retire for the evening?
You two wish to stay here? We can have rooms prepared.
No.
I hate to say it, but we probably shouldn't go to the inn right now.
I'll be going to the inn. I don't want to stay here.
Well, I don't want you to go alone, so...
I would appreciate the company. Gentlemen?
Alrighty. I just like run
Shutter
beeline
your
to the
windows.
privy
Okay.
to
Make sure
get
they're
clean.
locked.
Do you wish to take the orb with you?
I think it would be safer here.
Okay.
I agree.
Okay.
All right.
Getting clean clothes, getting a bath,
You leave the orb with Crichton?
getting all the crypt and mummy.
Yes, I
off.
do.
Okay. Corbin stays in his office. You guys exit his office?
Yeah, I got the letters with me still.
Yes, you do.
What's in the
So
letters?
you leave the office. They shut the door behind you. Okay.
Who does? Corbin and...
Corbin
and
and Crichton.
Corbin and Crichton. Sorry.
Too many C names.
They're both K names, but okay.
I've never pictured
Actually,
either
Crichton
one.
is CR, but Corbin,
Yeah.
Corbin is with a K.
What are the papers before we go? Did you want
I have no idea. Jim hasn't told me yet.
to? He's just about to.
What are they?
Are you looking
Yeah,
with
I've been
everybody
going
around?
through them. Yeah.
Well, I know. Okay. Well, I know, but we were doing 20 other things,
Yeah.
so I didn't know how intent you wanted to be or secretive.
I was that guy that was talking while looking at them, just like...
Okay. That's really what you're doing.
Yeah.
All right. As you look through, it looks like an investigative notebook.
Oh,
And
good.
in it, there are notes of what they obviously have found. There's some random names of people that they have gone through, and by each name is interrogated. And there's like a scratch mark through it, but you can still read the name and
Right.
it's interrogated. And there's 3 names on the bottom. Crichton is one of them, and they're not crossed off.
Who are the others?
The other 2 is a man named Mathers,
Okay.
and the last name is...
I should write this down.
Yes, you should write this down. So I put this on the other page. Hold on. It is Elander.
E-L?
Eliander.
Do I recognize any of the names that have already been crossed off?
You do not. They don't seem to mean anything. However, you recognize Elander.
I do recognize that name. Who is a lander to me?
The elf that wanted to seek
That wanted
the
to have
fortunes of
dinner with me.
Yes.
It's so sad that he dropped his notebook before he left. It seems like it's very important in this investigation. Are there any notes pointing to, like, have they found anything we don't know about?
It doesn't seem like, but they've got some notes. Demon ? And if I was better, I would prepare this and have written it down for you so you could just look at it. But it has like
So
demon ?
disappointed.
I know I'll do better as we go forward.
Is-
Demons ? Court ? So they've got some smattering
So
of.
we're ahead of the game.
You're ahead of the game, but
We're really
you
far
have
ahead of the game now.
concern in the fact of where did they get this information? Because a lot of what you have been given was given to you from Ezra.
If they're part of the secret Inquisition, I'm sure they have their own.
And they have some chains, but like still, it's like, okay, it might be something to ask somebody later. Because how do these guys know about this stuff?
Is Stupor one of the names?
No, Stupor was not on there.
He's on our list. Tie him to a chair and beat him.
That's right.
And then we'll come back and ask him questions.
And you're getting mad at him for wanting to investigate mummy rot?
Right?
I didn't like that guy. He was the one guy acting suspicious at the murder scene.
No, I
He
know.
was.
I'm just saying.
Well, 20 minutes later, I'll come back down.
Yeah, I got new clothes
With
on
a beard.
too, and yeah, because we're at church.
Oh, you guys are still here.
They left it.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
once we got done going through the notebook,
Okay.
we'll...
Oh yeah, so if you were going to the notebook, they're probably still here. Then they probably haven't left yet. Because
Oh, did you find anything useful?
there's 2 other names that they apparently have been going through and beating information out of. It seems like a really ineffective way to enforce law, but they one of the names you recognize, correct?
Yeah, that's the guy who you got us dinner with. He wants to know about my awesome
When was...
Business dealings.
business dealings.
That's right.
Is that somebody trying to get our attention, or is that you?
I was covering up my noise.
When was that dinner?
It's like a week out.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should up that. We should
Um,
up that date.
That invitation. Well, we could always send notice that we have to leave town soon, and
Would like
I don't
to
know.
have a dinner,
Brunch.
brunch.
a brunch.
Where were we doing these things in? We have the Maiden of Roses in the morning.
Oh no.
Do we do this before?
Well,
or after?
that's if we bring her the orb. I really don't know that I want to bring her the orb.
right.
And if we do bring her the orb and she does do what she said she was going to do, we don't need to have brunch with dude, because she's going to be able to tell us who killed
The Duke.
the Duke.
In theory,
Right.
I said she was charming. I didn't say I trusted her.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you propose we do about that?
I propose we all get a good night's sleep first.
Mm.
Okay, so
Indeed.
you want to think on if you're going to hand the orb over to her? Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Especially if she's on the opposite end of Ezra in this game, and he's supposedly on the better end of the players.
So Crichton expressed that he really doesn't trust her. You seem
He
like
also
you're
didn't-
struggling with
He also
that.
didn't say don't hand the orb over to her, though.
Right. Technically, wasn't the orb hers? Isn't that why we got
I
it?
think so. I
And
think it was
Ezra-
stolen from her.
And
I
she
don't
said,
care if
So
Right,
if
that was
Ezra's
what
doing
we're
things
And
for
you know that, so that's not.
and
But
she
she told us that, though, right?
Yes, that the orb was taken.
she
taken
had
from
told
her.
us if she got it back, she would be able to tell us who the killer was by
Right.
using.
But it was her orb that he
Divine
had stolen
nature.
to put it in there to try to trap her into
But
going
if-
into the temple.
Well, maybe not. Maybe that's her story. Maybe he took it because she was going to use it for.
That's what
Could
she
be
told
something
us. Maybe
appropriate.
she never had it.
I don't know. I just
Right.
remembered.
We
I
don't know
thought she was
anything.
telling the truth. I'll be honest. I thought she was telling the truth.
There is that.
Yeah.
Let's sleep on it.
We thought she was telling the truth that it was
And other than
taken.
the fact that Kel's here, you do seem like a good judge of character.
I told you he would come alive in that pit. I'm just saying.
I know you did. You did.
Reminiscing back to where
He
we
also
found
was
you.
there with the intention to rob
yes.
from graves.
No, I wasn't.
You told us as much.
Not graves. More like other things that are not dug in dirt. I won't dig in dirt.
Miss, the evening grows long. Let's
Yes.
Let's head back and
Let's.
get some rest.
Yes, we need to go worship.
Turn and
See you first thing in the morning.
Yes.
If we're not here first thing in the morning, please come find us.
Okie dokie.
we'll walk out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Rest.
I'm gonna get.
We
some,
should get
I'm gonna
different rooms
meditate.
tonight.
You retired?
I thought we had
meditate, I
different
mean, drink
rooms.
some beer.
Okay.
And sit
No, I
in
mean
the
different rooms
sanctuary
than the
and
ones that we're
contemplate
staying in.
the events of the
Oh, I was
And,
saying.
yeah,
I didn't even notice you in mine.
No.
I was.
I'm tiny. I blend in with the
I
furniture.
guess so. I wasn't going to presume, but
No, I just mean if somebody decides that they want to try to come
I see what
after
you're
us.
saying. Yes,
Yeah.
there's definitely a logic to that.
Yeah.
When we go back to the Dragon Wing Inn, I will take the host aside
Okay.
and say, "Is it possible that we can get different rooms this evening?"
I'll come with. I'll offer some silver that I have. Some silver.
Very well,
We-
ma'am.
We'd like both sets of rooms.
Together?
No,
No.
no.
Oh.
We
I-
need to keep our old rooms, and then we need another room each.
Yes.
But
Oh,
we-
yes, that should be easily done.
Thank you.
We need you to be very quiet about this, though.
Keep this one off the books.
Let me show you myself.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He walks up and shows you two more rooms.
Have a good
So
evening.
Was
Have
that
have a good evening.
same?
You sleep?
Before
Yep.
I go, can I try to identify the box or the sigils again? The magic gems, those. I think it's. I can't remember if it's the box or the sigils that were magical.
Oh, yeah. To identify it?
Yeah.
Sure.
Arcana or
Arcana.
okay, 21.
It is a magic box with sigils in it that you can't read.
I gotta be more learned, and I'll go back and I'll go to sleep.
They are. I mean, but you've already had this conversation with Cal of what the letters could be here and what they could be in another language and all of that stuff. So it's still just kind of you don't know what the box does.
So then, yeah, rest. I'm gonna change spells.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm looking at spells too.
Okay.
I'm changing some stuff.
Reset. Do spells. Heal. You heal in this game. As we speak.
When I wake up in the morning, I'm going to intentionally set the tone of my skin to be a neutral color that is close-ish to like a dark tan, like a brown kind of
Like a
color,
regular gnome.
like a regular gnome. And I'll even give myself black hair. And I'm gonna wear neutral colored clothes today. I'll wear my adventuring garb instead of my
Okay.
evening or my fancy getup that I've been liking to wear.
Okay.
Mhm.
I will brew some potions as I talk to my crow or my raven. I don't know why I'm still here. I should leave. I know, but
Did your raven speak back to you?
no. Just
Okay.
pause and
Okay.
it can if I want, but it doesn't.
Mentally.
If I give it that ability, I have
Okay.
to-
So
I
it
can
just
change.
listens intently
Yeah.
because it's biting its tongue.
I should leave. I should leave because I'm brewing stuff. But if I don't, it'll kill me. It'll kill me to not know why Corbin? Corbin? Who's Corbin? Who is he? He's got my daughter's knife. Or it could be a close facsimile and I'm just being paranoid. But he knows my name. How does he know my name? I have to get my wife out of here too. I have to. How am I going to transport a dead body from here to halfway across the continent?
Teleport.
I need to find out how I got here. And if that means helping these people in their endeavors, then it's good to have friends, I guess. Tukes is nice. I'm glad you agree. The other two are interesting. I know they're churchmen. It makes me uncomfortable. I need to know who did this. I know who did this. I need to know how I got here. All right, I'm done. Let's go downstairs and get some breakfast.
Okay. Is it a she or a he?
She.
She flies on your shoulder.
Give her a scratching and then head down. Are you already down?
I'm already down there when you get down there.
I actually don't even... Well, wait. Let me see if I notice you.
I was to say.
I don't notice you. I walk to the counter and say...
I'm sitting at the counter.
Well, the bar.
Right.
She's short
Oh.
and she blends in.
Yeah.
With a neutral skin
She
tone
did.
today.
And is totally off of what I've seen her as.
Yeah.
So, can I send a message to the host or the tender or whoever's
Send a
there?
message, like verbally, or
Do they have a service like if I write a letter, can I have it sent?
are you asking the host this?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Absolutely.
Sorry.
I thought you were asking
No.
a rhetorical question.
No.
Absolutely. We can. I'll have that sent over to the express down the road. You don't even have to pay for it.
I would rather go myself. Where I was
Oh.
just asking, like where it is.
Yeah, 3 buildings that way. Points out the door.
Very well. Thank you. When my compatriot comes down, can you let her know that I
No?
Yes.
She's sitting right there.
Good morning.
Oh,
It's okay. I'm used to it.
you are completely different. I thought you were more extravagant than
Are you just now catching on?
I didn't think you would go something so.
I'm a little worried about being really noticed today. I feel a little on the defensive.
That
I'd
is.
like to blend in a little bit more today.
You've done amazingly well. I did notice you my own self.
I'm so happy to hear that. Yay!
So.
Who's your friend? Pointing at your bird.
Oh, Corvina.
Corvina.
You had
Lovely.
a familiar as well, I believe.
I have her. I actually have her with me. Mm-hmm.
Excellent. What was yours name?
Yeah.
Forgot.
I forgot.
Can't forget.
It's like forgetting one of your kids' names.
Well, not really. I mean, it's just like, yeah.
Magically bonded animal companion. Not important.
Mittens. It was more like a gift from a employer that I'm not entirely sure I trust.
Not fair enough.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
not of your own creation. It's
No, it was a gift from Kingsman.
interesting.
Hmm. Yeah.
Interesting. And it was magically, if I remember correctly, it was magically introduced. or?
It was, yeah. You know, I didn't know such a thing was possible. But Kingsman somehow helped me get past that, and
What is it?
we're
Is it-
bonded.
It's a cat, right?
It's a cat.
It's Mac.
Hmm?
It's a magical animal companion.
Mm-hmm. Mac.
Awesome.
Mac the
Yeah,
cat.
better than Mittens. We'll go with Mac. Yeah.
Mac.
Oh,
Yeah.
unless you had it named Mittens. I didn't know if you forgot or if it was a name.
No,
I
I was
don't
just
know.
the only thing that would come to mind, and I
Okay.
didn't want to do that.
It's totally a cat if you can't trust it.
That's true.
Yep.
Every cat owner out there knows that.
Everyone. Yeah. Yeah. Well, so I was gonna take her to the monastery place. I just feel like she's getting too cooped up here, and I don't trust her enough to take her with me everywhere. So I was gonna see if maybe.
That is quite the double-edged sword of a familiar.
Oh yeah. Well, I figure eventually we'll learn to trust each other.
Have you had breakfast yet?
Yes.
All right. Well,
But please have.
I'll
something
just
to
get
eat.
something to go, and I would signal to the host guy. Can I just have pockets to go, like meat pies
For
or
your meat pies? Yeah,
Yeah, meat pockets.
I don't
Meat
know.
pockets,
I got
meat
pockets
pies.
in my pants. Meat pie I can get. It's gonna be a little cold because they're from last night.
That's fine.
He goes over and hands it to you.
Excuse me. Thank you. I give him a silver.
Sure.
Put the meat pie in my pocket.
Now you have meat pockets.
Now I have meat pockets. Meat pie pocket. Anyways, so shall we?
They haven't been invented yet.
All right.
Before we leave, let's make sure that nobody is waiting out there for us.
Ah, yes. I will go to the door and look around.
Roll perception.
10.
12.
People are gallivanting in the streets, just kind of going about their business.
All right. Let us go. And we start our journey to the.
Back to the church,
Back to the church.
Do we wake up?
if you want.
Do you wake
No.
up?
Ever
A bunch
again.
of guys broke into the church last night.
Broke in. The church is always open.
No, they're a bunch of savages who left the door open too.
That
I like the way Pokey thinks.
is true.
So yeah, get up, go through my morning routine of praying to Caden.
Okay.
Which I mean, just looks like is me going out sleepy-eyed into the breakfast area, grabbing a beer, and then going out to the main sanctuary and sitting.
You raise
in
it
front.
up.
Yeah, it's in front. Yeah, exactly. And starting the day.
I'm learning from him.
And
So you're out there too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is how Cleric Caden gets his
Sure.
spells in the morning. Thinks about the day yesterday, all the parts I remember, and think about what spells I'm going to need for today.
Thinking we should get the orb.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I still haven't decided what to do with it.
I haven't either.
I had an epiphany this morning, though.
Yeah?
You know how Kel's really hesitant about the church?
Yes.
Well, you know who fears the church?
The undead?
Yes, and the guilty.
Ah.
Both valid points.
I mean, let's be honest. Caden is one of the most lax on terms of heresy, and
Very much so.
yet he's still so fearful here.
I think there's, forgive the expression, demons in his past that he's trying to fight.
Oh, my concern is that they're real.
Valid concern.
Just on his method of entry into Epsilon.
I don't know if it was his doing or something else, but hey, I've seen not a lot, so I can believe a lot of things. So yeah.
Well, I'm going to go armor up for the day.
All right, I already am. If you don't mind, I'm going to go to Crichton's office
Certainly.
and see if I can get the orb or see what he's found out.
Yeah, it's on my way to my room. I'll walk you there.
Okay. Hold him.
The door shut.
Knock on the door.
Nobody answers.
Is it locked?
It is not.
I open the door.
Okay. On the desk
Is
is...
Crichton alive in here?
Nobody's in the
Okay.
office. On the desk is the orb. It's got a little piece of parchment underneath it. Says, for Micah.
By all means.
I'll grab the orb. You can get
Yeah,
read
I'm
the
gonna
note.
go get my suit up.
I'll read the note.
It's just a piece of
It
paper.
says, for Micah.
That's all it says.
That's all
Oh,
it says.
that's what it says.
Yeah, for my and the orb.
He said he was going to prepare it for you guys.
No, it's for Micah.
For Micah. I know we were going into
Nice.
I'll grab it and put it in a pouch.
Okay.
And wait
I
for
can
my
get
friend to
my
return.
You're already ready to
It
go.
takes a few
Yes.
minutes
Yeah.
to put
Just take
on
a
a breastplate and get my weapons and everything. I don't have a squire, so.
Yep, I'm all set to go. Mine's
Yeah.
pretty easy.
All right.
Just
we
waiting
should-
for everyone to show up.
Okay.
They're supposed to come here.
Yeah.
They get there. Church is open. Door's open. It's not open, but it's unlocked.
It's unlocked.
It's a church.
I'll go in and set the cat down.
Warning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Slept well?
Hey, is it okay if I leave my cat here for a while? She's getting really cooped up staying in the hotel room.
Is the house broken?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she'll go outside and go bathroom.
Okay.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know that for sure, but I'm not going to say that out loud.
I chuckled.
I mean, you can see that the raven isn't.
Oh, it is. Just make sure.
Oh.
So, have you figured anything out?
No, too many unanswered questions.
Well, then we need to start answering some questions.
Yes, I agree with that 100%.
Where do we start?
What is your hesitation with the church?
Oh.
It's been bothering me all morning.
It's a belief in a archaic system that is, like your
Caden didn't ascend that long ago.
like your friend said there. It's the age of broken oaths and stuff, or whatever.
Lost omens.
Lost omens. That's what it was.
Because of Eridan's death.
Right. So, I know, I was there when he died. Not there, but I was alive when he died. So, I am over 200, so.
That's a long time.
It is,
You don't look age. You're over 100.
right? Elvish blood.
No, are you just an atheist then?
Yes.
But you know the gods do exist.
Sure. People with higher powers don't necessarily have to be gods. They're just really powerful people. So,
Oh, that's interesting.
but they are flawed, nonetheless.
We all have a little larceny in us.
So, does that answer your question?
Somewhat.
Good.
Are you a necromancer?
Necromancers deal in dead things. I deal in life.
You deal in trying to make things dead, though.
So
That's-
do you.
That's anybody who defends themselves in this day and age.
Defend yourself by taking mummy rot and feeding it to people?
Yeah.
That was kind of creepy.
It'd be no less than a thief. And I start to indicate, but then I just kind of... It'd be no less than a thief trying to poison their target.
That sounds terrible.
Right. I'm not necessarily advocating for that. I'm just saying if I could take somebody out who is my enemy with some mummy rot or giant centipede poison or things of that nature, that's...
I just picture you slowly shuffling away from him. As you keep
That's, yep. mean, we're friends and all, but this is kind of
You make the same point that, a sword or poison, either way
No,
is
yeah.
either way is equally horrible for those that receive it.
The gods have granted us all with our own individual gifts, and while he doesn't necessarily believe that he was granted any gifts by the gods, it is true nonetheless. You and I know this.
I studied for my gifts.
Of course.
I went to school. I learned. I spent years mastering and perfecting.
I meant no insult.
Okay. I wasn't granted my abilities from the gods. But
That's too bad. Think about how much time you could have saved. So what is our plan for this morning?
I look around, where the hell's my mug? I don't know what we think. I don't know. I don't know.
I was just curious. In my experience, the people who fear coming into the church, especially the Church of Caden the most, are either those who are guilty of something or those who are dabbling with the undead.
or those that have been wronged by the church.
What's the Church of Caden ever done to you?
Nothing. I'm just saying there's another option to your scenarios.
But then wouldn't that be specific to the church that wronged you, not just all in general?
Indeed, unless you have an extreme hatred for said church. And it's enough to
Create an irrational hatred for other.
correct.
Ah, so you're just saying you're irrational.
No, I'm just saying there was another option to his
Okay.
his scenarios.
Okay. Well, I haven't lived for 200 years, so I don't know as much as you for sure. Just seems.
And as I said earlier, in my experience, the people that I found that have an aversion to the church are necromancers or the guilty.
You're human, yes? Yes, you're human. You have a lot to experience yet.
And trust me, I experience every moment of it. And I finish my beer, put the mug down.
Here's my thing on this whole thing. I don't trust her. I definitely don't trust the goblin. Honestly, besides the four of us, even though you are a little off, you saved me enough that I think at least for the time being, besides trying to take a piece of my skin, that's a little weird, dude. I don't really trust anybody, so I really don't know what to do. If we give the orb back, at least might give us the chance to find out who killed the Kingsford, and that would finish one of the things that we're looking at. If that leads to greater other things, well, I guess my life is I just take things as they come.
I'm not able
Try
to...
the orb.
I was going to say I was doing some thinking on it. I'm not typically able to use divine magics, but
It's not divine magic. He meant divine as in divination.
Yes.
no, I'd really love to give it a try though. Yeah. I pick it up. I'm holding it. I'm like,
Roll Arcana.
oh, beautiful.
Roll
Even
it.
you.
You can do it. You got
Oh,
the
that
touch.
beautiful bean footage. Come on now. Tell me that's not a 1. Is that
not
a
a
1 or
one.
a 7?
It's not a 1.
It's not a 1.
It's a 7?
It's a 7.
10.
You feel a power come from the orb
Mm-hmm.
that as you go into your magical epiphany of the world, you could touch, but you can't.
May I see it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's-
I just got the chills.
I will reach into the orb as well. Using my seer elf blood
Okay.
lineage and my arcana.
Well, I'm ready if anything like that mummy comes back through again. I prepared what you did down yesterday.
17 plus 7, so 24.
Let's see if you can do it.
I was getting there.
He's so bad at math.
So you have the same epiphany as you go in, and you feel that there is power in the orb, but you can't touch it. And you can like see it almost,
the no.
but you can't touch
The
it.
no.
Maybe you
If
should
that
try.
makes sense.
It does. It's just beyond my reach. It's there.
It's more than that for you, where there is no connection for you to the magical
realm.
piece of what
You shall
the
not
power
pass.
that is there. Whereas, I don't know, you can describe it
Yeah.
differently for them.
Take it, wipe it off.
As you're looking at it, you go, oh, I forgot to ask the other question to Crichton last night. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm going to focus on it and see what I can say. Is it Arcana or is it Religion?
It's Arcana.
I'm not going to get anywhere with this. I am not trained in Arcana.
You drop it.
Whoops.
Oh.
13.
Okay. You feel a magic much like Tukes does, where you can feel it, it is there, but you cannot access it.
Okay.
Like you can't tap into it, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Well, since we all tried, maybe I should try since I'm the one that touched it first.
That could be. I feel there's a
What do
magic
you think,
present
it's a
there.
snitch?
Yeah.
I am trained in Arcana.
Sorry, just kidding.
Natural one.
So you touch it and you feel it, and you can feel the power of the magic with your innate ability that you have, but you can't reach out and like touch it and connect with it at all.
Yeah, no,
you have a similar feeling that Cal had. You can't connect with it.
Yeah, it just reminds me of Mummy Rot.
All right.
Now
So,
one, you could have given him a false vision. That would have been great.
It doesn't work that way.
Okay.
But yes, we will learn what it does if you want to keep playing with it.
May I please?
I
just
I'm
want
done.
to. What does it feel like? What, like it's
It's
actual
glass.
surface. It's glass.
Yep.
Feels like glass.
And
There's
it's
no
warm.
texture. It's warm.
No, it's complete glass. It's
Okay.
like a
Maybe
little
it's-
scrying orb.
Maybe it's not meant for just one person.
Ooh, maybe we should all touch it at the same time.
Did you feel any power from it?
Ouija ball.
It reminds me of Mummy Rot.
Okay.
I'm adding that to the game next week.
I will. How about this? I will go refill our mugs while you go figure that out.
Yes, that's not. Would either be interested in.
Mug.
yeah, I'll take a drink.
Sure.
All right. I'll run, fill ours, and grab two more.
Okay.
In that brief moment while they're looking at the orb together.
So there's something there, but it could just be tuned to the owner.
I felt the power there, but
Mm-hmm.
it felt just out of my reach.
Yeah. Same. Mm-hmm.
Try the two of us together.
We're both.
Do anything different? Do we feel anything different?
Same feeling.
Okay.
Make them know.
You both feel that you could touch it. So note the difference in my descriptions.
Right.
Okay.
When
But
you go, you guys feel the magic there. I mean, take note of his
Powerful.
roll, but you can't touch it. Like, it's not accessible to you, but you can feel that it's there.
I'm gonna
we almost
cast
could.
read aura on it.
Okay.
I'll bring it down.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
I thought we were.
What does it do?
It reads its aura. It's self-descriptive, isn't it?
Not especially. It doesn't have a good aura. How's that?
Oh, that could
Yeah.
be.
Oh.
It does not have a.
That doesn't
Oh,
sound
geez.
It doesn't radiate evil, but it's not an item that you want to mess around with if you're reading the aura, especially as a cleric of Caden.
What if I could?
Unless it's supposed to tell you something specifically.
Focus on the target object, open your mind to its magical auras. You know whether the item is magical. And
It is
if
magical.
you learn the school of magic. Oh, great. That's
Divination.
I thought it did more than that. Never mind.
Okay.
That's all.
That sounds like identify. But there is an
Kinda.
identify.
Read aura
in
and-
there.
and
Identify as Arcana.
Okay.
What if I could chisel off a shaving from
Just like the old version.
I wouldn't recommend that. Right.
Very well.
It doesn't grow back like people do.
I wouldn't necessarily go around chiseling off a shaving
Gave me
of
this?
people.
You
Ex-
suggest that all
blah,
the
blah, blah.
time.
Well,
the
except
the maiden
For
and
your
the-
for your infected
and then the
thing.
gas, and then
Well,
the,
yeah.
You said it a couple times.
Well,
There's
and
been
then
a
the
couple
undead mummy or the undead in the grave.
You just want to take a layer of dermis.
but that's
I clearly remember those exact
Alright.
words at least 3 occasions.
all right. You people are so sticklers for everything said.
No, I'm just pointing out your weirdness to you so that you understand how much you're creeping people out.
We're trying to prove your innocence, honestly.
And I am very innocent, but
Just stop saying creepy things.
shaving off the ball is not necessarily creepy. You were the one that brought it around to shaving off a hunk of
Depends
people.
on what context, my friend.
I'm sorry, what?
I just like it.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Sage. Sage gets it.
So, are we going to give this to her? Are we going to go to Ezra? What are we going to do? Are we going to meet Lord Fancy Pants? Are you going to go meet Lord Fancy Pants
Oh my
about
gosh.
your business dealings?
Stupor. We could always go and
Who?
Lord Stupor, the other one that we saw at the crime scene. You know,
I wasn't there.
I talked about it though. We talked about it last night. I asked if Stupor was on that list. Oh, you
He's
were
not.
upstairs.
He's not on the list.
Right, I know, but I'm saying we have him as a suspect as well.
Who's this other person, too? Mathers?
So,
Mathers
what
is
if
on
you
there.
and I...
Name doesn't sound familiar, though.
No.
Me?
And then unfortunately, there's no addresses or anything.
So, what if you and I go to Ellen Furr's... Oh, am I saying that right? Ellen Furr's house.
Anders?
Yeah.
Elander?
Olander?
Elander. Yeah,
Sorry,
Elander. Sorry.
She's way off, so I'm just
That was an elf name.
Elander. Come on, it's not that bad. Elander.
I was close. It started with an S sound.
We go to Elander's.
And we, I don't know, under the guise of, hey, we really wanted to offer you this information before it was too late. I don't know, you come up with some, like you did last time, really good stuff that I don't know how to say. But at the same
I
time,
don't
we start
remember
talking.
what I said last time. There is the slightest possibility I may have been a little drunk.
Can you do that again? Like get drunk and
Get
say
drunk.
things you don't know about?
Of course.
That is his specialty.
Yeah. And while we're there, we could like start talking about Kingsman, and I could like, we could maybe try to get some information.
No, yes. I think maybe we should use that as the spur for our change of plans. With Kingsman's death, it changes certain business holdings we have out of country.
Okay.
And so we need
Okay.
to have a meeting with him and see what he knows.
We'll need to send a message ahead of time.
Yes.
We need a runner boy.
We can go out on the street and find a
Yeah.
courier.
You know where they are.
Yeah.
I gave you the directions.
I can take a message to the courier. I know where they are, so.
Okay. Let's just see if he'll be willing to meet with us this afternoon.
Okay.
So, are we going to wait to go see the lady with the orb then?
Supposed to do that this morning. Do we go turn the orb in this morning?
Might as well. We can use it to our advantage, perhaps. Getting in with
I'm
her.
hesitant to give anything back to her. Well, I mean, he didn't tell us that we couldn't.
We can always take it back if need be,
There's that.
Ezra
Oh,
stole it once.
right?
yeah.
I have
And
to get back to.
we're sitting in a good position to probably play both sides of the field at this point.
Isn't that what we're doing?
Yeah, but now we're going to take advantage of it our own self instead of being the ones on the unknowing side. Now we have a little knowledge.
I'm in.
Sounds like a good starting point to me.
So we go see the maiden, which I believe the meat was set here at the Dying Man Tavern.
Right.
Really? Seriously, that's the name of the tavern? Oh, you should feel right at home.
Why did I say that? Because I was almost dead.
Do you want us to
I
find
have
like
a
a
weird
grave
sense of- I'm-
robbers
I'm-
tavern for lunch so that you can feel
Ouch!
comfortable?
Have I yet robbed a grave with you? No.
I'm curious
So
as
that
to
is
why it's
actually
written
really mean.
in that manner.
I have yet to do anything that hasn't been complimentary to all of us.
I'm just saying, like, neither is he. I mean,
Besides him trying to take my sample of my skin, my hair, my snot on
Yes.
several occasions.
It was infected. I needed to find out how I can easily combat that poison with the antidote.
Maybe that's something that earns trust.
By
I don't know. I just dude. Yeah.
crafting an antidote, so next time you're poisoned, you can be cured.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so while we're getting ready to go to that place, you
I'll take a
wanna-
message.
Okay.
Do you want to write it?
I write a message real quick.
You're not gonna write it? Write
Yeah.
a message. What are you sending?
Yeah, write what you sent.
Here you go. Okay, what do we want this message to say? You said something really clever. Due to the untimely, right, death.
Yep.
Of
Don't put the real name.
My employer.
of
A business compatriot.
There you go.
there we go. Business.
I am forced to move things along in Absalon faster than I anticipated and have to leave the city.
I had a schedule.
That works.
I am forced to move. Say that again.
I've been drinking. I don't remember what I just said.
All right. I've
Well,
been
you got the
drinking
best
too.
scout for you.
Hey, I'm little. This stuff affects me a lot more than you. Things.
How is the holy water?
It's fine.
Doesn't taste like water.
It was once.
Take a drink. Tastes good?
As it should.
Thank you.
Faster than I would like. Can I please meet with you this afternoon to discuss what? What were we going
To
What?
discuss future business ventures.
to discuss? Our future business ventures.
And then spray it with whatever women do to the letters to make them smell good.
He's not that interested.
Excuse me.
Alright.
He's an elf. Like I maybe sprayed in like elfy foo-foo.
I can spray it with something.
Not poison, please.
And I'll walk out.
I think we should all walk out together. And I want to do a check to see if anyone's watching us.
Roll perception.
Yeah, I'll look around as well.
Oh, nope, 11.
I know what your bonus is. That's terrible.
22.
Notice anything out of the ordinary? Neither do you.
12. Mm.
I'm not going. If I can avoid rolling dice, I'm avoiding rolling dice. It's been that kind of week.
I feel like I need to avoid rolling dice.
I'll move down the street heading towards that.
Okay.
And then I will meet you at the Dying Man Tavern.
Oh, sure.
Mhm.
Do we know where that's at?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
It's in the Coins District, right in the center.
Well, I know where that's at.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I don't know where that's at.
You don't actually know.
So we send the guy out by himself. He didn't know how to get to where we're going.
It's alright, I got this.
I personally think
Can
we
you
should
figure-
stick together while you go deliver the message. Is it on the way where he's going?
Well, I mean, where he's going is only 3 doors down from the inn, so it's not that far from where you are.
Okay. We should just go.
Elf smell. The chat saying. I imagine there's certain elf glands we don't know where they're located.
I'm walking. I'm
Oh, that's so wrong.
like...
I mean, I know at least 2 characters took baths last night, so just saying.
I'm just
You don't
keeping
need
my
to
eye
know what I
out.
do in my
See
personal
if anyone's
time.
watching us. Trying to be nonchalant.
I'm walking around enjoying the morning.
I'll
What's the weather today?
Sunny. Nice.
It's nice. Take it.
70 degrees.
I'll walk into the message shop.
Okay.
2 things. I need this message sent to Lord. Gotta look up his name because I wrote it down.
Oh, there.
Elrond?
No,
Lord Elrond.
That's different.
Elander.
Just played that game on this weekend.
To his estate. Message for him.
Very well. Fast or slow or
Yes, fast, please.
Or medium or
Fast.
or fast.
DMV.
Fast, please.
Fast. Very well.
Also, a quandary. What,
There's where does he live?
the Elandar estate. I don't.
Great.
Do you not have a registry of the lords in this town?
No.
I come from a small village that has everybody knows
Bloody
everybody.
post office.
So I would
Did the
hope.
post office know where to send this? Did he give you his address?
We had
You
it.
exchanged, so you wrote that on.
Okay, yeah. Remember he gave us a card.
Here, it's on
Yeah.
this card, I guess.
That's better.
Also, a quandary. What would be the?
Retards. His hand is shaking. He's listening.
Oh, okay. How much would it be to send a? Did you just throw it?
Bird.
The bird went up
Oh,
in the air.
I thought you
We
just
can't
threw.
put those on screen. We'd have PETA problems.
I'm like, what is this little guy doing? How much would it be to send a message to Varisia?
Fast or slow or medium?
He is 200 years old. He should have.
I was
Faster,
waiting to hear Vrisia who.
medium fast. Somewhere in that realm. What's the cost between the two?
4 silver pieces. 6 if you want the fastest.
Okay. I will be back.
Very well.
What do I owe you for the message?
1 silver piece. Going to the pedal district.
I pay.
I just want out of that pain. You already said the bird.
He's old.
I'm not going to cheat this old man of his coin. So. Alright. And I'll head back out.
Okay.
Well, that was excruciating. How do people in big cities live?
Same as anywhere else. Day by day.
Right. Shall we go?
Yep. Please lead the way.
I start walking.
Okay.
Other way. Oh, I will turn and walk the other way.
Do you not know the Dying Man Tavern?
I don't. Never been here.
Oh, hot. Well,
This is my first time in the city, so
Coins District this way.
I know where that's at.
I'll follow you.
I'll take the fastest way up there.
Do you want fast
Doesn't even charge extra.
or medium?
For very fast, I
Oh.
do. In town, this is a freebie.
You get there, again, middle of the day. No, what are we, morning time?
Yeah.
There's left in the morning, so. Okay. The tavern, the Dying Man Tavern, it looks like it's out of business. It's got windows, but they're so caked in grime and filth that you can't see through them. There's shutters, but they're hanging off. I mean, the place looks really run down.
Walk up to the door and
Well,
open
this
it.
is odd for
And it
around
opens
here.
just fine.
Not if you want to have a meeting that's on the low.
Oh, look, I've been in worse.
Yes,
Well,
you probably have. This is
for
just,
the
it's
tile
kind of run
district.
down. It's not very
No,
clean.
we're in the coins.
Oh,
This is
the
in the
coins.
coins,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
The message went to the pedal district.
Yeah, yeah. I got confused for a minute.
Go in.
Okay.
There's
Nobody greets you. It's not that crowded. I mean, we're talking 10 in the morning. You don't got a lot of drinkers. They're all at work.
The Coins District's where my benefactor is
Yes,
from, right?
he is from here, yes.
I'll walk over
The district's very large.
Yeah.
to the bartender. I'm assuming there's somebody working the bar.
Yeah, there's a lady wiping a glass. She's just like, oh, somebody walked in.
Yeah, I'll walk right up to her.
Can I get you something?
Put 2 silver down. A round of what passes for ale here for me and my friends.
We have really good ale.
Good.
She goes back and she grabs like 4 glasses and she just sets them out. Fills them and sets them out.
Sweet.
Are they clean?
Yes.
Cool.
It's full of alcohol. Alcohol's a clean solution.
All right.
I'll go set it-
Anything else we can get for you?
Now, out of character, I don't remember what the heck we were supposed to do to convey to the lady when we were done.
She just said to meet her here.
Okay, just to meet her here. She didn't say when. Yes.
What an interesting place you chose.
Could you
to
let
meet.
the Maiden of Roses know that we're here?
You have a meeting with the Lady of Roses?
The Maiden of Roses, yes.
She's the lady. I'll let her know. She's upstairs in her private room.
Thank you.
She just continues to wipe the glass.
I just lean against
And
the
you
bar.
guys need to order some mead.
I lean over.
So.
I think that glass is pretty clean.
Okay,
That's a great
I'm going to address
question.
this. This is a
I would
theological.
much rather
This is a
drink mead.
theological question. It's because Caden is the god of ale. That's why. Specifically. That's a theology lesson for the day.
Andy's paying. So
She
Also
puts the
that.
glass down, and she disappears behind the counter. And there's a door behind the counter, and she goes into the door, and she is gone for about 30 seconds. And
I'll go over to a table and sit down.
And she comes back down, and she said, "The lady will see you." She points around a corner, and there's a curtain.
Okay.
I get up from the table.
So I just leaned against the bar.
All right.
Take my mug and go inside.
The curtain?
Yeah.
So when you open the curtain, there's a stairway, a wooden, really rickety stairway.
Going up or down?
It's going up.
Okay.
Where they go? They go up.
Let's go.
Yeah, I walk right up the stairs.
Okay. When you get to the top of the stairs, and they're like circular.
Okay.
So they wind around and they open up into a room that's quite large and is enclosed on all 4 walls. So it's not like it opens up into a loft or anything. It goes
Okay.
into a room. And there is a large wooden couch, if you will. It's got some rackety cushions on it that are pillows, and then there is an armchair that has no cushions, and upon the armchair sits the Maiden of Roses.
What is she wearing today?
She is wearing a silk, what looks like nightie, but it's a full nightie. It's not, don't think lingerie nightie. It's just like a silky cover-up that again sits loosely on her body, kind of like her dress did, and just kind of like she's lumpy in places where you wouldn't expect it to be.
That's interesting.
So you have returned. She crosses her legs.
You expected otherwise?
You're a bit later than I expected, if I'm to be honest. Have you succeeded in obtaining my item that was stolen from me?
You never mentioned anything about mummies.
I mentioned that that devil of a goblin, Ezra, would have guardians guarding it.
That actually is why we were so late getting back to you. We were wounded grievously by the mummies, and we had to go and seek healing. Special kind of
He
healing.
is a devious little goblin.
Mm-hmm.
I put nothing past him.
But we are here nonetheless, so...
Yes. Do you have the item I asked for?
I look at you.
Do I have it?
No, I have it.
I see that you do.
I don't think I have it. No, I don't have it.
I'll put up.
Okay, you will. She takes it. You put it on.
Is there a coffee table?
Yeah, there's a coffee table between both chairs.
I'm still standing, Joe. So
Yep. She doesn't invite you to either. She takes it and she looks it over. I see that this has been tampered with, but no matter. You have done well. It's not as late as I suppose it could have been, and you've gotten me what I require. So I shall give unto you what you have asked for. And she takes the orb and she like waves her hand over it, and it glows a bright pink.
I'm watching what she does.
She's just like waving. It's very intrinsic and bright pink glows. You can't, there's shapes in it, but they're like really diluted for you. They're like shadowy. And she spends about 2 minutes doing this, just gazing at it and looking at it. And when she's all finished, she puts it down back on the coffee table, and she says, the men you seek wore Caden's garments. They live in the upper district of Eastgate. You can find them. She gives you an address.
How many men?
There were 2. One blonde, one black-haired. And again, they were dressed in the full garment of Caden himself.
And these
Human?
are the men.
They are both human, yes.
These are the men who are responsible for Duke Kingsman's death.
These are the men, as I seen she picks the orb up again, that are performing the dastardly deed that was done to Kingsman.
And what was the deed?
Branding him with my mark, thus illegitimately and falsely accusing me of this crime.
Do you recognize either of these men?
So those
I
are
do
the men
not
who.
know these men.
So they were in Eastgate back there?
They're in Eastgate.
Okay.
So you don't see
The
how they
address is
killed
in
him.
Eastgate. She can tell you exactly where they live and everything.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
So you only see that they branded him. You don't see how they killed him.
The brand killed him, from what I see.
So they branded him and then he died.
That's what it looks like, because then they pitched him into the pool.
Did they brand him right there in the square?
Right there in the square.
And people were looking on as this happened?
There were some passerbys that I see, but I can't make out any of their faces. Any other questions?
Do people not pay attention to what's happening when they're walking around in our district?
It was the pedal district, and people care mostly for themselves.
That's true in any district.
It's worse in the pedal district.
Not all.
Any other questions regarding this
Did they have
terrible Estrada?
Did they have words before they branded him?
Not that I see. This is a divination orb, as you will, and it is not perfect, but it shows you the general gist of what goes on.
Can you see how the brand was applied?
The brand seems to be applied with magic, is all I can come up with.
An implement of some sort?
It doesn't look like they had a brand of any kind.
They touched
The
him?
one man looks like he is holding up his hand, and the brand appears on Kingsman's chest. And then he seems to pass out and then is thrown into the pool. Perhaps it's not what killed him, but that's what I see. It's all very illogical. A follower of Caden, your god, using my mark to imply that I
obviously-
had something to do with this crime.
Obviously, they're trying to push the blame onto my church as well.
Could
Could be.
those outfits be disguises?
Anything could be
I
disguised.
can only tell you what I see in the
Well,
orb.
just as like they're using her mark on him, they
Yeah,
could also
absolutely.
be dressed up as Caden's
I-
followers.
I could, with the right time and preparation, dress up as anybody.
I'm good at dressing up.
Can you tell us any more about these men? Like, can you delve deeper into?
No, I can
Where are
only
these-
see what the orb shows. Any meandering I might do into yours, theirs, or anyone's future through the orb is...
Can you see where they are right now?
They are at the location I told you.
At their home?
Do you still have that talisman?
Which talisman?
The one with the bird in it? The same symbol that was above the...
Yes.
Uh,
Yes. Yeah, I take it out.
do you know anything about this?
May I? And she takes it and she
I
holds
trust her
it.
way less now.
And she looks at it and she says no. I know nothing of... Is it a bird?
Is she lying?
That's what I would like to know.
I'm watching real carefully her reaction to this.
What is it? Is it
Real
perception?
carefully. Perception on that one.
Oh, 21.
There's no insight in this. Okay.
19?
17.
It's just opposing deception
All
rules.
three of you do not... She doesn't oppose a deception. You don't seem to think that she's lying about this.
So
Excuse me.
Ezra, we saw at one point, was wearing a large rose ring.
She looks uncomfortable, but she continues to listen.
Is there any significance between you and
I'm reading her face. reading
Master
her reaction.
Ezra?
She doesn't look comfortable and she doesn't look like she wants to talk about it, but she promised you information and he uses the rose against me.
We got that from
I
the
do
church.
not like roses.
So how are you the Maiden of the Rose?
It's not a name that I gave myself, but it's one that stuck.
Fair enough.
As to your other inquiry that you asked, there was not a lot that I found on the man, other than that he grew up in... What's your city? Any city?
Well, that's Varicia. That's the
Verisia. He grew up
that's
in
the country.
In the country, sorry. The country Verisia. And he is a follower of Callistra, yet bandies about with Caden's head cleric. very strange and all. He has had a few run-ins with authorities that my men that I sent found out, and
You're spying on Corbin.
How do you know it's Corbin?
Seems to always had a heightened.
Because I know Corbin.
I don't have to be 200 years old to figure that one out.
Rumors circulate about who he is and where he's from, but we found no solid information on the man.
Okay. Well, I'd just like to be informed.
I don't remember you asking questions about this when we made our initial arrangement.
Oh, I apologize. Was that meant to be kept in private?
I cared not.
You cared enough to go make a secret arrangement, however.
No, I just went and caught up to her before she went away. Whether you were there or not matters little.
See,
Was
these
there.
are the things that hurt trust, Cal. These are the things that hurt trust.
The man knows about me, I need to know about the man. So, if that makes
Crichton's
me...
nephew, what do you want to know?
How does he know me? How does he know my name?
I don't know, he's been very tight-lipped about you.
Exactly.
I know because I've tried to get answers.
So I have to go around and get my own answers.
Milady.
Yes.
I have a question that is just kind of burning me. Being one of your stature and having a place in the Petal District and stuff, why here? And it's not like this is just a one-off. They know you here. And I come...
Oh, this is my special private room for the business, some of the business that I run. This is a much better abode than meeting in the Petal District. You've been there. Certain members of society, shall we say, do not tread in the Petal District. So, it requires me to keep acquaintances with the local barkeeps.
It's a great place.
They're quiet here.
It's a great place. That's all I have.
Well,
Mistress, do you have any questions?
No, I've asked everything that I would like to know.
before you go, I would ask one favor from you.
Another.
Certainly.
Oh, yes, another. I said I would carry on an ongoing business relationship. You're never required to do anything that I request of you. They're requests. This goblin Ezra, she gets that look of disgust on her face. He's plagued me for far too long, and I would like to strike him where it hurts. Aaron, if you know Aaron, and if you don't, you can
We know
ask
Aaron.
Ezra himself,
We know Aaron.
is his second in command. And his
you
main
should have
tool,
no fear at all of that organization.
and is effective as well. You must not know Aaron the way I do. He is the one that stole my orb. Strike him down and do away with this menace. He is a menace to the streets and the society of Absalom. His thieving ways must be stopped, and then Ezra will be put into his place. I know you wish to pursue the vile bandits that did Kingsman in. Do this at your leisure, but striking down Aaron, trust me, will help all of Absalom. It is your choice. Now go and board with our conversation. The rewards will be great, though. That I promise. She gets up and walks down the stairs.
She leaves us?
Mm-hmm.
She can't do
Unless you try to stop her or ask any other questions.
Did you take the orb?
She does take the orb.
Just checking.
it. Or does she? I'm just kidding.
Tis but a trinket.
It was tempting. It was tempting. I can't. The kids either.
She was a lot less nice today.
Yes. And Aaron,
No, there's no party.
uh,
I
Unless
say
he's-
that especially.
unless he's really pulling the wool over my eyes, he may be a really great thief, but he doesn't have a command bone in his body.
Right. I'm not going to become
Could
an
just-
assassin for this woman.
Could just be a special person to Ezra, and she's hurting him by.
Yeah, I'm not gonna kill a kid. Not gonna do it.
Like I said, I'm not gonna be her assassin.
No. Nope. I agree. Anyway, I think we should find out.
I am, however, very interested in these men posing as clerics
priest.
of Caden.
Yeah.
We should go find them and.
What time's your other meeting?
I think we have time.
It's still early morning, so
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
over to Eastgate. Isn't that where the temple is anyway? Is Eastgate?
The temple.
Caden.
The other temple.
Oh, your temple.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in Eastgate.
These guys are in Eastgate.
Mhm.
So we're going
Back to where we came from.
So it's from your temple.
No, the address that we were given for the men. Where
Yeah.
is that at?
It's in Eastgate.
It's in Eastgate.
Oh, it is
Yeah,
in.
yeah,
It's in the same district.
It's in the
How many-
same
Okay.
district as where the
many
church
churches
is.
is the
located.
Caden?
Caden's one.
Okay.
There's only one church in Eastgate.
So it's
Okay.
from your church.
Yeah.
The
They don't-
people
but they're
were
not
wearing
of-
disguises.
They're not of this church, though. I don't know
Well.
these men.
Is the address she gave the?
No.
No, not the temple.
The
How do you-
address is in
It's
Eastgate.
in Eastgate.
How do you know you
Their
don't know?
home. Gotcha.
Because right now, Crichton and I are the only priests at the church.
I see.
And that guy.
Fudge
And
light.
Riker. Sorry, it's been that way for years. I
But
forget.
who's on first? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, that kind of strikes me as odd.
Well, let's make a house call and see if we can't
That's my thought. Let's go there now. They're there now.
dispense some justice.
Head that way.
Is that a euphemism for
We go there.
poison? Just checking.
Do you want it to be? I reach
It's
into
weird.
I reach into my pocket and pull out a meat pie. Start eating it.
A meat pie. Nice. You guys get to the address.
It's cold when you got it, but it's been up against his leg on it. It's kind of
why
warm on
It's
one
nice
side.
and warm now.
I was just going to mention that an elf eating meat.
I warmed it up with my body.
Is that a normal style house?
Yep. It's not high class. It's not low class. You walk up and it's got no watchers that you can see. The neighborhood that it's in is very quiet.
I'm gonna just give me a moment. I'm just gonna check around the building.
Okay.
I'm gonna quietly do a perimeter check.
Yep.
Any back doors?
Nothing out of mark. Yeah, there's a back door.
That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah, nothing crazy though. Nothing that looks out of the ordinary.
I'll let you guys know there is a back door. So if you go in the front, I can cover the back,
Okay.
just in case they decide to take
2
off.
and 2, or
I'll go in the front with you.
Yeah, I think 2 and 2. Thanks. Yes, Cal, let's go to the back.
Let's go to the back.
Please don't take a sample. Fine. Be careful.
Take one sip.
We've taken like 4. I'm just saying.
Shush, you white-haired man. Go back behind the rock.
Ooh, I'm hiding again.
Let's quietly move to the back.
Alright.
Yeah.
bam, 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 bam on the door.
Okay.
Big, heavy leather gloves on.
Uh-huh.
Man comes down. You hear him trouncing. He opens the door.
What's it look like?
He's got black hair.
Okay.
Sir Micah, come in, come in.
Do I know him?
You recognize him, but you do not know him. He has been into the church before. And he obviously recognizes you.
Yeah.
You've dispensed beer to him.
It's your friend here as well, the blonde one.
Mathia, yeah, he is here. Let me get him. He's upstairs.
I watch him walk upstairs. I walk into the house as he goes upstairs.
Yeah. Start looking around.
Okay.
We're watching the back.
I yell out too, and you can take it. Riker, we're in.
Okay.
So Mathia comes down and
I will, is the back door locked?
no.
I'll quietly.
How disappointing.
I know. I'll quietly open it up.
Okay. So the back door leads right into the kitchen.
Okay.
And then the kitchen is separated from the room that they're in. The house isn't large, but there is an upstairs. Mathia comes downstairs, and they both sit. What do we owe this honor? Can we get you something to eat?
I look to you.
To drink, to
Do you want
eat,
to question them?
to Caden.
Do you recognize these men as actual followers of Caden?
No.
Well, you've seen them in the church.
They have been in the church?
Yeah, so
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
You've seen them. You don't know who they are.
Okay.
A lot of people pass through the church.
They've been into the church before, yes.
You get think of church. You get a lot of worshipers.
What are your names?
Are they true worshipers or not? The man with the black hair kind of looks put off a little bit,
Sure.
if you will. Well, I'm Keldon of the Vale, and this is Mathia, and we are roommates here. Do you not recognize us from worship? You've served us.
What was the first guy's name?
Keldon.
Keldon.
Kel for short.
Keldon with a K. Wow, another K name.
Keldon and Mathia.
Mathia.
We're here about the death of Duke Kingsman.
Which one's blonde and which one's black?
Duke's Kingsman? Roll perception, you two.
Keldon.
Okay.
Keldon has black hair, Mathia has blonde hair.
Me.
Not you.
Okay.
Am I rolling?
17.
You're in the room?
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Mm-hmm.
We're coming in through the.
12.
Okay. You notice Mathia looked weird.
Looks
And then,
weird.
went back to, normal. And Keldon's like, I don't know of a Duke Kingsman.
Sneaking in. At least I am.
I-
I'll let you go first.
I'll sneak.
We'll sneak in. Through
Into the room?
Well, sneak into the kitchen and listen.
Into the
from-
kitchen and listen.
Listen from the kitchen.
Yep. Okay.
I think you know intimately who Duke Kingsman is.
Keldon looks at you and
I think that you have very close information about Duke Kingsman.
I slowly pull out my sword.
I
Quietly.
don't know.
I look at the
Duke
cups.
Kingsman? You look at what?
The cups in the kitchen. And I grin. That's just me. You
I
just
don't
keep
know
doing
what
your
to do
thing.
with that. Okay. I don't know this Kingsman that you speak of.
Who's saying this? Keldon or Mathia?
Keldon does. Mathia is quiet.
I look at
And you
Matthias,
don't
too.
notice from Keldon that he skips a beat. It's
Uh-huh.
if you were looking at Keldon, but you notice that Mathia had a little shifty look.
So the other day
So
when you
Matthias
were
is who I'm
dressed
looking
as
at when I say that.
when
then.
you were dressed as a priest of Caden.
we dress as priests of Caden quite often for many different events, and we worship Caden, as do you. Hell, Caden.
But you are not priests.
But we wear the garb. Out
And
of
you were in
respect.
the pedal district the other day.
He stutters for a second. We were?
And you met a man there who was then pushed into a fountain.
Matthias starts to visibly and Keldon puts his hand on his leg. We were given those orders from Caden.
Directly.
No, through his magistrate on Earth.
Crichton told you to do that.
Yes. They both look visibly afraid.
I reach up and I pull 2 cups down. Put them on a tray.
Okay. The rogue's freaking out in the corner.
I reach in my pocket, put a vial on the tray.
Is that a color vial?
It's green.
No.
Is this not something that was condoned by the church, or... Well, and Matthias. Of course it was, Keldon! We got our orders directly from Crichton himself! Shh, 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 shh.
I think the two of you need to come to the temple
Yeah.
with me right now.
Yeah. I want you to put your hands out like this.
They both do it.
Okay.
They don't seem... So as you assess the situation, because you've been in fights in the last 5 weeks already, they don't seem like they're gonna, like, attack you.
Okay.
In fact, they look scared. You can sense their fear at this point, like...
Awesome.
Oh, we've done something that maybe wasn't right, but they believe that Crichton told them to do this, so...
I come out of the kitchen. I look visibly, just slightly shaken a little bit. Just my
Take the
sword's
vial off
out.
the tray.
How do they know how to do that thing they did?
Yes. Duke Kingsman.
While they're talking, I'm casting Detect Magic.
Okay.
Okay. 30 foot.
How did you kill him?
With the way we were instructed with the ritual of the hand.
And Crichton showed you that as well?
Yes.
I bring down the teapot.
We need to go to the temple
Agreed.
and confront.
Cal, let's go.
you hear that from the back, and then I come forward. I'm like,
I just look at you going, let's go.
let's go.
Anything
Is there anything?
from the Detect Magic?
Oh, sorry.
Hands.
30 feet?
Yeah.
A 30-foot pole. So
It's a 30 foot.
Yeah, they don't... There's not any magic in here.
Okay. They're not
Both
carrying
of
anything
them
magic?
resonate like they can perform some minor spells.
Okay.
I don't know if Detect Magic catches that, but they are versed in the
Mm-hmm.
If they had
magical
like
arts of
components,
divine.
maybe, or
Yeah, sure.
things like that,
Okay. Okay.
or focus.
All right, boys.
Foci?
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, get him up and moving. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not overly gentle either.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
We'll go.
Go.
Should we put on our robes?
No.
Gather them.
I'll run up and gather them. Are they upstairs? I'll go upstairs.
Okay.
And gather them.
Okay.
And anything else.
Yeah, I'm going to take a peruse, see what else.
But I'm the weird one because I want to poison them.
Yeah. Pretty much.
But stealing their things.
I haven't stolen anything yet. All these misnomers.
Well, you did steal
I'm a grave robber.
the notebook.
It fell on the ground. I just happened to pick it up real quick.
Those are bad guys. They're a bunch of people.
I do go check see what they have. I'm going to grab the ropes. We're just going to take a quick peruse. Not necessarily items of intrinsic value, but just more to see if there's anything I could tie into what we're trying to figure out here.
Roll search or
The beginner's guide to killing
perception. No, they wouldn't have that on them.
How to kill people for dinner.
26.
So in the room, you find what looks to be a missive, from with the Caden symbol on it.
I'll grab it.
Okay.
I'm gonna edge up real close to you and just as quiet as I can so no one else can hear. I'm starting to suspect that something interesting is about our lady friend. I've heard of things.
Crichton's not a lady.
No.
I pushed the guy
Okay.
back.
Sorry, Sir Micah, sorry. And he steps back after you push him.
Anyways, let's just get them out of here.
Let's get this resolved.
Yeah.
Read the missive.
either way, like,
It is. Oh, go ahead.
you know, even if they were unintentionally doing something.
They murdered a man.
In the name of Caden. In the name of Caden.
Have you been to a service of Caden?
No.
There's potential that whoever had them do this will kill them to silence them.
Right.
So we should probably just take them. I look at him pointedly when I say kill him to silence him.
Getting real quiet.
If it was Crichton, which I'm not convinced that it was.
I'm not either. That's what I'm
But
trying
we can't
to...
rule out that option.
No, I haven't.
So, but we have to be real careful who we talk to.
Crichton knew that the Maiden would be able to use the orb when it was brought to her today. If he was truly guilty, don't you think he would do some misdirection, smash the orb, left with the orb, to prevent this
True.
betrayal from being brought to him?
I have another theory, but it's not appropriate to talk about it here. I'll call upstairs. Are you done yet?
He's reading the missive.
I'm reading the missive.
The missive says, basically instructing them on when this man, and a description of Kingsman is on there, it doesn't use his name, is going to come through where he was killed.
Okay.
And specifically states, this is the man he will pass through at approximately this time, lie in wait, and do him in as we have discussed in person. And it is signed Crichton.
I have seen his signature since I've been there the last 3 days and stuff. Okay.
It's believably Crichton's signature.
Okay.
Micah may know better, but from what you look at, it's not. It doesn't look forged.
That's what I was going to wonder. I think it's society to see if it is a forge, if it's a forgery.
You're saying is he's trained to be able to spot forgeries?
That's fine. You can roll.
Thank you. That's what I was trying to explain. That would be 23.
Yeah, it doesn't look like forgery.
Okay.
Still, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm coming. I come down with the ropes.
Let's go.
Okay.
Never been to a service and you wear the robes.
We hold our own service at home. It's Caden. Hell,
See, it's this.
Caden.
It's this that fuels your hatred, I can see.
I say nothing
I try
as
to
I slip
palm
one of
you.
the teacups into my pocket.
I palm you the
The note.
no.
It's like those street vendors who sell snake oils, giving your profession a bad name.
Fair play. Fair play.
I palm him the note.
Okay.
I'll take a look at it as we're walking.
You see what he says. Looks like Crichton's writing.
Okay.
You don't need to do a check on that. So.
Okay.
You've seen that plenty of times.
And then I'm going to move to the back.
Back to the temple.
Okay. The doors are shut.
Okay. I walk up, open the doors, lead
Okay.
them inside. Get to the front of the sanctuary. You two sit here.
We should probably separate them.
I'm good watching them.
Okay.
At least
I see
not
what she means.
not next to each other.
Like, yeah, so like put them on opposite corners in the front row.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll sit behind one.
They do the symbol of Caden as they walk in. The worshipful.
Oh my god.
Whatever that would be. I don't know. It's not a cross or anything, but it's like a hail, maybe.
You'll baptize one.
It's like shit.
I go to Crichton's office.
Okay.
I open it. I don't knock. I just open it.
No, it's not in there.
I look through his office. Are his things all here?
No. Well, yes. That you can tell, but it's a mess.
Okay.
Yep.
Mess how?
The stuff's torn out of the drawers. No,
Okay.
it wasn't like that when you left this morning with the orb.
Hmm.
Riker,
Yep. I'll come.
Okay.
And
And you see his desk has got the drawers open as you would a scene of
Someone's gone through and
rifled through his stuff.
I'm going to go to his personal chambers.
Okay.
Once again, I don't knock.
Okay.
Open the door.
Same images you find there.
Does it look like any of his stuff is missing, though?
Not that you can tell. You can roll. There's
So
something
it
missing.
doesn't look like he packed in a hurry and left.
No.
Okay.
No. It's very obvious that was not what's done.
Okay.
is it too obvious? Like someone's trying to pretend?
Roll perception.
Did he toss
You
his
may
own
too.
room?
If you want.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
exactly
the
it.
botched dice rolls.
Rolls forever.
12.
Perception?
Yeah.
It's only 26.
It looks like he didn't try to pack anything. It's like strewn. It looks like somebody was looking for something.
Corbin, I start yelling, walking through the church.
No
Slauson.
response.
I'm gonna go to Corbin's room.
Okay.
Open it up.
I'm
It
right
is
with
torn
him.
apart too.
Same thing.
It actually looks like they looked harder in here, if that makes sense.
I'm
It's
going to my
more
room.
messy.
I'm gonna be pissed.
Your room is torn apart.
You bastards. Now it's personal.
Ooh.
I better check mine then.
It obviously looks very quickly done
Yeah.
because they
I
haven't
don't have
had
lot
a
stuff
ton of
anyway,
time.
And, I had most of
And
it
yeah,
on me,
most
so.
of it's a church. It's very simple. The beer is still intact everywhere.
It's
I'll
not
check
the death
my room.
penalty then. It's just like,
I'll check mine.
Your room's been gone through as well.
I'm gonna search the whole church, see if there's any sign of them.
Okay.
This is
How
good.
thoroughly do you search the church?
Oh, I'm searching it. I got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You go down into the.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You're sitting behind the other guy?
Yeah.
I just look over you.
You're
and-
staying up top.
Yeah, we're just sitting behind the two guys. I'm sitting behind one. She's sitting behind the other.
Is her
Okay.
cat still here?
I'm doing cracklings.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you
Oh,
don't
yeah.
see it.
It doesn't come with like
So
when I
you
call
don't
her.
know that. I
Okay.
should say no. It's
Okay.
not still.
Okay, so
It's not in the
so
sanctuary.
Before we go down into the underneath of the church, I go, is your pet still here?
I call her.
Okay. She does not come. Did we really
No,
settle
she's-
on Mac?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just. She's a cat. Like maybe she.
It's magic, right? Like you have a bond with it or anything, and you sense it.
Oh yeah, I think I do
You can.
that.
I have my sword
What
out,
happens
by the
when
way.
when
I'm
I
I'm,
just
uh,
walking
I'm,
around.
I'm sitting behind the
When I
guy
try
and
It is
pulling
in the
crossbow
building,
bolts
and it
out, and
calls
I'm
to
dipping
you,
them in
and
poison.
It is down below
putting them back in
in
the
what would be
sling.
the holy
I
crypt
feel a little
or
distraught.
what they hold in the church.
I'm watching
think
it.
she's.
I'm
I think
getting
she's
ready.
trapped somewhere down below, like in the catacombs or in the crypts.
Cats.
Yeah.
Sage says it's time to go
what's
John Wick.
what's going on?
Uh,
I'm making crackling sounds with my lightning spell. Behind the
Which
guy.
one? I agree.
Sorry, I had to do one. Had to do one for the
I'm
audience.
like doing it right next to the guy's ear.
you don't have time to
See, I
waste.
promised people you wouldn't make the noise
Oh,
anymore.
sorry. Okay, I won't do that
I
anymore.
apologize.
Why did you promise
Why'd you
that?
promise
Well, why would you?
Because some people were like, that noise was annoying.
People were
We
paying
made, like,
for it.
People were paying
We
for
made
it.
like $30 with that.
Right. So it's a double-edged sword.
Oh, sorry about that.
I didn't
sorry
think-
if it was annoying. We won't do it anymore.
I didn't think we'd be able to pull that trick off twice.
Oh,
So head down.
on a scale of 1 to John Wick, how much do you love your cat?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Oh, well, it's a. Yeah.
I want to see
It's a
the
This
growing
could change
bond.
the entire story.
I want to see the gnome go John Wick.
I'm going
Done.
to stealth mode, and I'm going to try to sneak down there.
Character
We're leaving these two here.
gravitation starts now.
We'll stay here and watch them if you guys want to keep. Or
Yeah,
She can sense.
Oh, then take her. I'll watch him.
I thought that's what you were saying.
Yes.
What are you doing there? Oh, you're.
Do you have manacles?
No, I'm dipping my.
No,
Crossbow
do you have
bolts.
manacles?
I don't.
Everything else with you, it seems like something you might have.
Well, I don't have manacles.
I don't need it. Never know.
We've got rope, though. I would imagine.
Yeah, I have some rope in my backpack.
Binding
I'm not
their
hesitant.
hands and feet may not be a bad idea. So
I'm
they
not
don't-
hesitating. I'm going to work my way down because I got moving slowly because I'm trying to stealth.
They said the sound wasn't annoying.
Okay.
It was just loud and sudden, and they had headphones on.
Oh,
Oh.
my bad. My bad.
Good to know.
All right, I'm gonna head downstairs.
Okay.
Light on the shield.
Okay. As
Rapier
you
out.
walk down the stairs,
Stab something. Maybe a cat. Who
you're
knows?
very familiar. You walk down the stone walls, the holy symbols etched into the wall, and there's a door that opens into what you know is what they call the Holy Crypt. And when you walk in, there is an effigy to Caden. And at Caden, there's like a statue.
Yeah.
And at his feet, surrounded by the walls which have the sarcophagus, the caskets, the stone, whatever, all along the walls as you walk down. At the very end of the hallway, at the feet of Caden, lays Crichton in a pool of blood, and he is gasping and wincing for breath, and he sees you and he walks in and he reaches out to you. Come, my child. And that is where we'll end.
Darn it! I hate leaving off in cliffhangers. Darn cliffhangers! Keeping the people coming back.
So, next week we will find out what happens, and we will meet you here on Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Tune in to... No, we don't have anything tomorrow.
We have Prime and Ready tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
Oh, sorry. I forget about that show. I'm so fired. Primed and Ready, which is, it's actually a show I watch when I'm at work. So it's Primed and Ready at 2 o'clock tomorrow, 2 to 5. Tune in. Jump on and chat. That's what's so cool about the show. You can learn to paint, you can do whatever, but the chat and the hanging out is really what it's all about. And it's
If you're into
super
painting
fun.
minis,
Yeah.
I mean,
Or games at all. They talk about
Right.
games.
Yeah, we talked a lot about Shadowrun this week.
Yeah, it was
Weird.
great. We had our new host on today.
Yeah.
Was it the first
Austin.
time, right, Austin?
Yep.
And
Austin did a
he
good
said he had a
job.
lot of fun. He'll be back
We're
Friday.
good to rate Hyper RPG.
And
Awesome.
stay tuned because we will be rating Hyper RPG. Thanks for joining us. Throw us a follow. Throw us a subscription. Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube all would be good things. It is September on Twitch. It's a lot cheaper to sub, so go ahead and do that.
Yep.
We appreciate you watching tonight, and we'll see you back here next week. We'll find out what happened to Crichton.
we'll see you later. Thanks a
night.
lot. Bye.